Hello, everyone. We're doing an impromptu live stream to talk a little bit about this amazing power time that is coming up in what is it? Just about, I don't know how many days, but it's September 25th. And it's one of my favorite times of the entire year because it's when we get to wholeheartedly dedicate ourselves and focus upon the divine feminine, the goddess. And Dr. Pillai talks about the feminine energy, the Shakti, in terms of an essence that is what is needed to create. So if you think of even male, female on the human level, the female is the one who's giving birth. There's the creative process that happens with her. The male is part of it, and then the female is the one to give birth. And in the esoteric realms, the energetic realms, it's the same with the male, female, Shiva, Shakti energies that come together. And so, if we want to produce something, if we want to create something, it is that feminine energy that is needed for it. And it's not that men don't have feminine energy. They absolutely do. There's many men who are very creative and have that ability, but it's the feminine within them that lets it rise up and create and produce. So and then females obviously have the feminine energy also having the male energy together as well. So what Dr. Pillai teaches is that both male and female need to be able to understand and embody and bring forth the feminine power, the feminine energy. And we do that through our seed sounds, through mantras, through meditations. And this is our ability to connect with the goddess. I happen to have a little statue here of Lakshmi. This is our Sri Mrizi Lakshmi statue. And the reason I'm saying all of this is because that power time is coming up. It's coming up on September 25th, and it is going to last for 9 days. And what do we do during that time? It is the most premier time of the whole year to be connecting with the goddess, because when during this time is when it's said that she comes to the earth to destroy all the negativity, remove the evil from the earth plane, and from us, like remove negativity from each one of us. And so we can do that through accessing her with her passwords, as Dr. Pillai would say, which is the mantra, the seed sound that gives us her energy, gives us her power, her essence. We can also look at her form, honor and worship her form. So sound, form, visualizing her with the form, and then meditation, right? So, and you can use the sound and the form in your meditations as well. So one of the things that Pillai Center is doing is hosting, I think it's 12 different sessions for this purpose. So we're starting on September 22nd, I believe, which is 3 days beforehand. We're doing, September 22nd, we're doing 3 preparatory sessions, kind of getting you into the goddess, helping you understand what to do, how to prepare for when the 9 nights arise. Then we're going to do a session every night for the 9 nights, and each one of those will have a meditation as well as some teaching around the particular goddess that we'll be focusing on. Now, what goddesses are we going to be focusing on? Traditionally, there are 3 different goddesses that are honored during these 9 nights. And how it goes is that the first 3 nights is for Durga. And she is this warrior goddess who comes to the earth plane and wants to destroy everything that's preventing us from our highest best self, right? And what is that? That's our karma. That's our karmic thoughts that are interfering with us, that are saying that we can't do certain things, limiting beliefs. That is our limited perception. So our Maya, like we see something that we think is a certain way, but it's really another way, right? We all have that in how we're viewing the world. We're viewing the world through our own screens or veils, and then we limit ourselves. We continue to limit ourselves. And Durga, this amazing, beautiful, fierce goddess, is the one who comes in and destroys all of those limitations. So karma, I mentioned. Maya, I mentioned. Ego. Ego is that which separates us from God or goddess in this case. And so she removes our limited identity, thinking that we're something when we're really, more divine than that, limiting your perception of who you are. So we all have that. We think we're a certain thing, a school teacher, you know, a bus driver, a chemist, whatever it is. There's identities we take on. But really, according to Dr. Bly's teachings, we are all divine. And once we tap into the essence of that divinity, then we get to use it. We get to drop into that light, that source that we are, and we get use that energy to create, to live beautiful, fulfilling lives, right? So that's Durga. Durga is in here kind of like cleaning up with her weapons, and she's amazing and fierce. And then we move into the next 3 nights in Lakshmi. So I mentioned Sri Lakshmi, and you may be familiar with her. And she is the goddess of prosperity, of luxury, beautiful things, things on the earth plane, right? So things that we can use our senses to consume, things that smell good, that look good, beauty, luxury, and sensual pleasures, material comforts, things of that nature. But also inwardly, she gives us that so that we have joy and happiness and clarity. She's the goddess of focus and the ability to plan. So she gives us so many more things than, sometimes we think of it's only external. She actually gives us the ability to focus, and create a plan for our lives and achieve our goals. So again, the fierce version of her would come in with her weapons as Mahalakshmi and destroy that which is keeping us from that. And what is keeping us from our prosperity? It's our scarcity thoughts. It's our inability to think big. It is our our perception, our negative self-perception of what we can and cannot achieve, right? So she is the destroyer of poverty. And we want to welcome these fierce goddesses during this time to just remove that which we no longer need. Just take it away, right? So you, in a surrendered state, are how you can help, right? Like that's how you can be in a surrender state to the goddesses who can come and remove what's not working for us. So the last 3 nights of Navratri, the 9 nights, is for Saraswati. And Saraswati is adorned in white. Her vehicle is a swan. She holds a veena where she plays the instrument, and she embodies intuition, wisdom, arts, entertainment, ways in which we can connect to those elements, learning, right? Education and learning. So if you're trying to study for something, she's the perfect goddess to connect with. If you want to increase your intuition, she's the perfect goddess to connect with. So what is in the way of that expression, of Saraswati's expression? Ignorance. Again, the limitation, darkness. Dr. Pillai says we're all groping in darkness because we're just veiled with this ignorance and that unknowing, not knowing. So when we don't have our intuition clear and precise, we just don't know which direction to take, what decision to make. But she can help us align with the ease of decision making, the ease of our intuition, bringing in divine knowledge, that we're not just having book information, but we have wisdom. So those are the 3 goddesses and how we can adore their expression and embody their expression. And the 10th night is called the Night of Victory, or Vijayadasami. And it is when the goddesses have, fought their battles for 9 nights, and now there's a victory. Now they can claim victory over evil. And this is a very powerful evening. And if you've ever been in India, they do a Chandi Homa, which is basically takes 2 days to perform many different offerings into the fire, different offerings, on cows and young girls and young boys. Like there's different ways just to celebrate the essence of this victory of the goddess. And so this year, very amazing, is Dr. Pillai will give initiation to us into the root of the essence of the goddess. He had mentioned how earlier today he did a webinar on the goddess and talked about this Shakti, this power of hers, and it brings this might and it brings intuition, and he's going to help us tap into the root of what it takes to experience her embodiment, her essence. So we're so honored that that is available, and there'll be a link below this video if you're interested in finding out how to join Dr. Pillai's initiation. We're also going to be hosting in the paid program 9 nights of pujas and meditations with Dr. Pillai's teachings, and then 3 fire labs for each of the 3 different goddesses, and then also India rituals that get done on your behalf in India, proxy ceremonies, different temples, hundreds of different rituals that are being performed. And what that does is kind of gets to the essence of our underneath karma, right? Like, so we have our consciousness that we are aware of, our thoughts, our beliefs that we're aware of. There's many thoughts and beliefs we're not aware of, ways in which we're trying to change ourselves, chanting mantras, doing meditations. But then there's this underlying layer of who we are, what our soul is made up of, and that is karmic thoughts, and that is limitations. But also can be very good, positive things about us as well. But for the negative things and this kind of underlying aspect of who we are, this is where remedies come in. This is where they can come in and clean that up in a way that we won't know how or can't do on our own because it's not known to us. So imagine being able to have, these Vedic rituals that were created thousands of years ago for all kinds of different ailments, remedying ailments of in humanity, humankind, that we get to participate in from afar, right? They're all done for us in India. Some of them we get to watch on live stream. Some of them we just know and trust that are being done in different power vortexes around the country. So that is one of the other ways that you can participate in Navaratri. So that's about what I wanted to tell you today. I'll take any questions if you have them. So please post in chat. The next time you'll see a live event, this one was impromptu, but the next time you'll see a live event will be September 22nd. So please make sure you are subscribed to this channel and you turn on the little bell icon, which gives you a notification when we do go live. And there is a link below this video where you can look at the different times and live streams to join. So I hope that you have an amazing 9 Nights of the Goddess coming up next week. And Pillai Center is here for you. We are here to celebrate the Divine Feminine, to have us all access her as much as we can, and to give thanks and honor both Dr. Pillai and the goddesses. So I hope you have a blessed week. I'll see you soon. Namaste.